just felt like there was like a golf ball stuck in it or something. If I didn't know anything about birth, I would have thought for sure he came out my butthole. Just saying. It's Maggie Rose back with another video for you. Today I'm going to be talking about everything postpartum. So right now we're about 2 weeks and a couple days postpartum. Just want to throw out there that part of this video is going to be very TMI because we're talking about pretty much all of my symptoms. So everyone out there who's never had a baby before kind of knows what to expect postpartum. So there will be a lot of TMI in this video. So I have this broken down into 2 different categories for myself. I'm going to go through what has been going on with me emotionally, and then I'll be getting into what's been going on with me physically. Emotionally, with Aria, I had a lot of baby blues around this time. I was very angry in the middle of the night when I had to wake up for feedings, but for this postpartum experience, I have felt really good emotionally, very stable, and I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because I went natural, I don't know, or maybe it's because everything happened so quickly. Those of you who don't know, my labor lasted 3 hours and the pushing phase was only 13 minutes. So everything happened very fast, and I wonder if that has anything to do with how my postpartum is going. I'm not sure, but I've been feeling very happy during the day. Sometimes at night during the first week, I did notice that I started to get overwhelmed, but I think that I have just been trying to look at everything with a better attitude. So I feel like emotionally the past 2 weeks have been very good and so much better than it was with Aria. I definitely had baby blues and I was like wondering if I had depression too, but this time I haven't noticed any of that. I mean, I know it can always pop up later on, so I'm trying to be aware that it can happen still. But I am also taking those hormone support pills that I told you guys about in a different video. They're made by Pink Stork, and I'll link them in the description box for you. I don't know if that has made a huge difference, but I don't want to stop taking them to see if that's what's making me happier too. I don't know, but it's like a vegetarian supplement that you take along with your prenatal vitamin that helps your hormone and mood support and postpartum recovery. So it sounds like a really good pill. I don't know if it really works, but I am taking it and I am a lot happier than I was with Aria. So that could be something to do with it too. So I'll link it below if any of you guys are interested in getting it. But let's go ahead and move on to physical stuff. This is the very TMI section. Oh, and I will show you guys my belly in a little bit, but the first couple days postpartum, I'll insert a picture here of what my belly looked like a couple of hours after he was born. It honestly looked like I still had a little baby in my belly, which is, I know that that's normal. I'm not complaining about it. I just thought it was funny, so I took a picture of it. Because I didn't tear, I didn't need to use that squeezy bottle for postpartum, and I was able to pee on my own and it didn't hurt. I didn't have to use any of that like Dermoblast freezy spray stuff that numbs you. So this postpartum experience has been amazing. The thing that was the most sore down there was not where the baby came out of, it was my butthole. My mom said that the doctor was trying to help me not tear by like doing that perineal massage during like pushing, but she was also like yanking towards my butthole, if that makes sense. I know that's really gross and graphic, but it's what happened. So maybe that had something to do with why my butt was so sore. That was the thing that hurt the most postpartum for the first week and a half. My butthole just felt like there was like a golf ball stuck in it or something. It was so swollen, and I swear, like, here's your butt. Yes, I'm going to use my hands as a demonstration. Here's my butt. Here's what I think of when I think of like a butthole. When I was postpartum, I felt like my butthole was like horizontal and no longer vertical. No. But yeah, so it felt like there was like a golf ball or something stuck in my butthole, making it just so swollen. I mean, everything down there felt swollen, but mainly my butt. And I told you guys in one of my last videos that it honestly felt like I was pushing him out of my butthole, and then my butthole was the thing that was most sore afterwards. So if I didn't know anything about birth, I would have thought for sure he came out my butthole. Just saying. It's so much better now. Like 2.5 weeks, I don't notice any pain down there anymore. I still think I have hemorrhoids. I think they might be a little bit bigger now, but they don't seem to give me as much trouble as when they did when I was pregnant, which is weird for me. I thought they would hurt more afterwards. I was able to poop within the first week, and that didn't really hurt. I was on stool softeners and iron pills, which kind of counteract each other, but I did not want to take iron without taking stool softeners. But I also feel that because I felt so good, it might not have been a good thing, because we did a lot during that first week. Like we went out to Chick-fil-A and to Target and to the outlets and to a party, like all within the first week and a half. And it was a lot. Most of you probably know that whenever you have a baby, you have like a giant period for like 6 weeks. And I'm still bleeding a little bit, 2.5 weeks postpartum, but within the first couple of days, my bleeding almost instantly went away, and I was just spotting. And then after doing all those different things, then my bleeding started to come back, and they tell you that you're supposed to slow down if your bleeding comes back, or if your bleeding starts to become heavier, you need to stop doing so much. And then I started freaking out and thinking that I might be going to have like a postpartum hemorrhage or something, which is possible up to 12 weeks. I just want to exercise because I feel good now, but I don't want to hemorrhage. So I need to like slow down and realize that it's not a race. I'll eventually be able to get back into exercising, but I need to slow down and just embrace the fact that I need to take it easy. The only other thing that I wanted to mention, 2 other things actually. Breastfeeding has gone a lot better this time than it did with Aria. It was still painful the first week, but then right after the first week, it's not painful anymore. Like sometimes if he latches on really fast or something, it'll hurt, but we haven't had any issues with breastfeeding yet. Hopefully we won't in the future, but my nipples have not been nearly as sore as what they used to. And I don't know if that's because I breastfed before, or it might be because of that nipple cream that I used. And again, I'll link that for you guys below too, because I did use that the first couple of days when my nipples were so sore, really sore, and scabbing and cracking and bleeding and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it still hurt a lot for the first couple of days, but it was only the first couple of days this time instead of the first week and a half, which is what happened with Aria. So maybe the nipple cream did have a lot to do with it. So if it did, you guys are definitely going to want to check it out. But also, along with the breastfeeding thing, they tell you that you're going to experience contractions when you breastfeed. And that was so true, especially in the hospital. But it didn't feel like a labor contraction, which is what I was expecting to feel like. It just felt like really bad period cramps. And it happened every single time he was nursing. And like every time he was nursing, I'd call the nurses in and be like, what time do I get my Motrin again? And I just didn't expect that because I didn't have that with Aria, and I just forgot that that was a thing, I guess. But overall for me, I think my healing has gone so well and I'm so happy. But let me go ahead and show you guys what a 2.5 week postpartum belly looks like. All of my stretch marks are still super purple, but I really don't care about them right now. But a lot of my belly has gone away. So I'll just show you. So this is my belly from the front. It looks like there's a mark here from a belly button ring, but that's just my stretch mark from when my belly button was gone. But yeah, so this is what my belly looks like 2.5 weeks. Well, yeah, about 2.5 weeks postpartum. We're almost at the 2.5 week mark. So there's not a lot of loose skin here, which I thought there would be. But so there's not like a ton of loose skin. It doesn't feel as soft as I thought it would, but my uterus is still shrinking back down. I feel really good about where I am right now because I'm already down 25 pounds, and overall the total weight gain of this pregnancy was 40 pounds. And with Aria, it was 45, maybe a little more. This pregnancy, I started out at around 150 and I ended at right at 190. So I gained 40 pounds. I've lost 25 so far. So I have 15 more to go before I am like pre-pregnancy weight, but that's not what I'm worried about. I'm just worried about feeling as good as I felt before I got pregnant and like working out daily and just like feeling good about myself and fitting back into my old clothes. So that's more of what I'm worried about, and I know I'll get there, but that's just where I'm at right now, and I'm really happy with how everything's going. I'm so grateful that my postpartum healing has gone so well, and I'm so blessed that I'm able to breastfeed and that it's not painful anymore, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to be more joyful this time around and enjoy the little things and not get super angry in the middle of the night for feedings like I did before, and not have as much baby blues. I pray for all of you guys who are trying for babies, and I pray for you who are pregnant, and I try to pray for all of my YouTube followers. I'm just so excited for all of you, and I hope that everybody out there gets an experience like this or even better than mine. So thank you guys for watching this postpartum update. I am so happy with how everything turned out, and I will catch you guys next week for another one of my videos. Keep smiling and keep finding the joy. Thanks. Bye. Here he is. He's so sleepy. They're both sleeping right now. It's amazing. I gotta go enjoy it while it lasts. Do you want